Uh, Miami. Miami, are you gonna kick your field goal? Miami. I don't think they're gonna have enough time, are they? What is going on, guys? This is Jackal back again with another video, and today we're gonna be doing the week 1 predictions for the official start of the college football season. I know week 0 was last week, but I choose to forget what happened on week 0. So, week 1, we have a pretty good slate of games, I will say. We got Clemson and Georgia, got Miami and Florida, and Notre Dame and Texas A&M. Now, these are some good games. I mean, this is the noon game, the 3:30 game, and the night game. So you have a wall-to-wall college football. And I think this is only on ESPN. You got all the other stuff that's on the other networks, but I think ESPN has the strongest slate here. But looking at it, I think this game's playing in Atlanta, so it should be a Georgia favored crowd. But you know, Clemson shows up for neutral site games, and Atlanta isn't too far from South Carolina, so I do think there will be a decent Clemson show out. It's not gonna be the same as playing it at Georgia in Sanford Stadium, but it'll be really close. I think it will probably be like a 60-40 split. That's my personal opinion, but who knows? It could be a little bit more drastic. And then Miami's going to the Swamp. Yeah, to the Swamp. And Florida, I don't think, has lost their opening home game in like a while, so this is going to be a huge test for a lot of it. And then Notre Dame has to go to College Station, which College Football 25 has listed as the #1 toughest place to play, and I remember that was pretty controversial. But I will say, I mean, I've never been to Kyle Field, but I've heard it lives up to the hype. Like, it is loud, it is crazy, the fans are, you know, it might be a cult there, but who knows? We will see. So we're gonna go ahead and get into these predictions, but in just a second, actually, my predictions. But if you guys are new to this and you want to know how this works, basically I'm gonna give my predictions, and it's just going to be who's going to win. We're not doing spreads, nothing like that. Who is going to win the game? That's it. And then after I give my pick, we're going to go into College Football 25, and we're going to do a simulation. And I think the way I'm going to do it now, based off of last week, which was a test, is I'm just going to sim to the fourth quarter, like go fast forward to the fourth quarter, and then play out the rest of it, just so it gets a little bit of both parts. Because I think when you do just watching the game from the broadcast angle, the game plays a lot slower, and I think the score is a lot lower than it should be. At least that's what I noticed from Florida State and Georgia Tech. At least that's what I thought, and then the score was actually pretty accurate. So we'll make adjustments as we go, but that's the method that I plan on doing for this week. So we'll try to be consistent. So we'll see who wins there, and then we'll do a fan vote. So I will have a poll on the community tab on my channel. So if it's during the window, which is between now, Wednesday, and Saturday at noon, you guys can go ahead and vote. So go to the community tab and vote. And again, if you have a hot take, let's say you think Clemson's gonna win and Georgia's the overwhelming favorite, leave a comment why you think Clemson's gonna win. And if you have any hot takes, then I will put them in the next video. We didn't really have any hot takes. Everyone was like pretty much going with the favorites, and we got to move on to, I'll move on to the week 0. So this is what the week 0 recap was. So I picked Florida State to beat Georgia Tech, and I was wrong. Same with the fans. The fans picked Florida State. We were wrong, but college football, they picked it correctly, like very correctly. A lot of the score was a 3-point game. There were some differences, like Haynes King actually like threw the ball a lot in the college football version, but in real life they just ran it down their throats. So it was a very interesting outcome. And then college football also picked Nevada to beat SMU, which they almost won. And here's the thing, guys. Nevada was a 27.5-point underdog, which is 4 touchdowns, basically. And they almost won. And, you know, obviously myself and the fans picked SMU, and we were right, but we were right by, like, the skin of our teeth. Like, it was really close. College football almost went 2-0, but everyone is 1-2 so far, so we haven't found the definitive picker. So, what are my predictions for week 1? Okay, so I think these might be the betting favorites. I don't know. I don't care. This is just my opinion. I do think Georgia is going to beat Clemson. Now, I do think it's going to be much closer than people think, because I think Clemson has a really good defense. But the thing is, I don't trust their offense. Like, do I trust Cade Klubnik? Not really. Like, I don't think he's going to be the guy that can, I mean, look, he could prove me wrong. He could prove everyone wrong, but he hasn't really shown it last year. But it was also his first year starting, so who knows? Maybe he puts it together. A lot of people from Clemson's camp saying he's doing well. So it's going to be a huge test. I mean, playing against Georgia, which is literally the #1 team in the country. So To say that it will be a tough test is, I feel like I'm not saying it enough. That's definitely gonna be tough for Clemson. And then Georgia. I mean, Georgia is Georgia. They are basically the standard. They are the new Bama. I'm not saying they're a dynasty. I really think we're not gonna have dynasties in college football anymore just because of the 12-team playoff. But Georgia is the successor to Alabama, basically. They are the tip of the top. They've won multiple titles. They've done it. So really, it's hard to pick against them. Like, they don't usually lose these games. And I do think Clemson's defense will be able to slow down Georgia's offense for a while, but I just think that Clemson won't be able to score. So I think it'll probably be a slugfest. But overall, I'm gonna go with Georgia. Now this is game of the week, and I think college football actually made this game of the week. And I'm actually really excited about this because, first off, one rival's going to lose, but also one rival's going to win. So I don't know. It's going to be a hate watch for the century. Now, this game is being played in the Swamp, which, again, really hard to actually win in the Swamp. So the fact that Miami is going to be coming in for the first game of the season, they got a bunch of new players, got a lot of transfers, some recruits. We got Cam Ward, who is the #1 transfer QB. So is he going to go into the Swamp and light it up? We'll see. I mean, I think Miami's definitely trying to go all out this year, but I do think Miami's going to win. I think it's going to be a really close game. I could totally see Florida winning. And I think, in my opinion, this is the only way Billy Napier saves his job. Like, if he beats Miami, I think he's guaranteed another year. But, like, let's say... And I'm not saying he should get fired because he's really been given a pretty terrible situation. But let's say he loses to Miami. He basically has to, like, go, like, 5-1 the rest of the early schedule because then it gets incredibly difficult. Now, they could beat Florida State. They could probably beat Ole Miss. You don't know how these teams are going to play out. Obviously, they had Florida State as a top 10 team, and that's not the case. So, to say that Florida, this is like their Super Bowl. So, Florida could go out, and if they win, could really give them a lot of momentum. But let's say they lose the game, it could break them. So, I don't know. I still think Miami has the talent advantage. That's the only thing. I think because Florida is at home, the Swamp is going to be rocking, but I do think Miami is going to end up winning. Like, all the forces are saying to pick Florida, but I still think Miami will win. I don't know. I just think the talent is too much for me to pick them. And then lastly, I'm going to pick Texas A&M over Notre Dame. I think picking Notre Dame in a big game is wasting your money and wasting your pick personally because Notre Dame doesn't really win big games all the time. Like, they didn't beat Ohio State last year. Like, they choked that game. I think their closest win was against, like, I think Duke, like, was a game where, like, everyone thought Duke was gonna be good that year and they won that game. But, like, I don't know. I feel like whenever they play really, really tough opponents, they just, I don't know. Like, I just don't really have a lot of hope for Notre Dame. But again, Texas A&M, they have a lot of talent, but they have a new coaching staff. Mike Elko, the guy from Duke, so he's going to be going up against Notre Dame once again. And he's also going to be going up against his former quarterback too, which I think is actually kind of cool because Riley Leonard is now at Notre Dame, which, it just makes a lot of sense. Like, the pipeline from a small ACC school to Notre Dame in terms of quarterback is hilarious. But I just think because Texas A&M has way more talent and Mike Elko has done way more with way less. So I'm going to go with Texas A&M. So that's just going to be, these are my picks. Okay, now that I have my picks done, we're locking them in. Let's go to the College Football 25 simulations and see where it ends up. All right, so we got Clemson and Georgia. So let's see how this plays out. I'm excited. It's going to be an interesting game for sure. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump to the next quarter. All right, let's see how the first quarter does. Looks like Georgia gets looks like they trade field goals, and then Georgia gets another field goal. So it is 6-3 at the end of the first quarter. Let's go into the second quarter and see how it goes. And Georgia's getting another field goal, so it's 3-9. So this is kind of what I expect. And then Clemson scores a touchdown. Georgia gets another field goal, so it's 12-10 at the half. So Georgia can't score a touchdown, but they technically have the lead off of 4 field goals. So Clemson's defense is holding up quite a bit. So I'm actually really surprised. And then Clemson scores a touchdown. Okay. Wait. What the hell just happened? Did Georgia just get a turnover? Oh, it is a fumble. I don't know. Wait, that's not getting reviewed? Oh, so it looks like Georgia's going to punt. This is loser behavior right here. I guess 3 minutes is still enough time. But you have to hope that your your defense can run out the clock. Wow, what a punt. Oh my god, they're at the 2. All right, 3rd and 10. Oh, they're getting a lot of pressure. Is he gonna get sacked? Oh my god, it's a safety. Wait, that they have a safety, and that makes it now a 3-point game. I think they're in field goal range. So you gotta think, does Georgia go for the touchdown here? Do they go for the win? Let's see. Oh, play action. Oh, what a pass. Let's see, Carson Beck. Oh, let's go. Carson Beck hits him. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I'm saying let's go. I hate Georgia. I'm just excited to see that this game is like, stuff's happening in this game, but oh my goodness. So Georgia takes the lead. All right, show them what you can do, Cade. And wow, that's a great pass. Cade's gonna run it. Okay. Yeah, call timeout. I mean, he's gonna get yards, but this basically means this is the final play of the game. Can Clemson get it on a walk-off? So, I mean, they could definitely reach the end zone at this point. You guys gotta think, what is Clemson gonna draw up? What are we gonna do? What's gonna happen? Here we go. He's got it. Oh no, we didn't get it. Oh no. So it looks like Clemson is going to lose to Georgia 21-17. This is, I mean, I could totally see this happening in real life. So there was only 2 offensive touchdowns scored this entire game. This is the first time I've seen Florida's intro, so that's a pretty good intro. And you can see that Miami gets a field goal, so it's 3-0 after the first quarter. Okay, so it's kind of a defensive game so far. Let's see how the second quarter goes. And then you see Florida scores, and then Miami scores, and then Florida gets another field goal, and then Miami gets another field goal, and then Florida ties it up. So it's tied 13-13 at the half. Okay, so this is a pretty close game, kind of what I would expect. So let's see what the next quarter, let's see what the third quarter is going to show us. And then Miami scores, Florida scores, and then Miami scores. So it is 27-20 after 3 quarters, and it's just going back and forth. All right, so I do have to play this down. I'm just gonna hold the LB button so it's the AI playing. So there you go. So I'm not doing anything. And oh my god. Okay, so we have a tie game. Oh, that was a very scary pass, but it looks like, oh, Cam Ward only has 158 yards passing. Hold up. Oh, what a sack. All right. Oh, Graham Mertz gonna take it himself. And he's gonna get like 4 yards, but looks like Miami's now gonna take a timeout. I'm gonna see what are they gonna do now. Are they gonna go for the field goal? Are they in field goal range? I think they are. Let's see. And he drains it. Okay, so Florida takes the lead. It is 30-27. So Miami has some time. How are they going to respond? That is the question. Oh, what a spin move. Oh my goodness. Put that man on skates. And oh my gosh. But Miami's is close to scoring a touchdown. Oh my goodness. Are they gonna try to walk this off? This is where Florida beat Utah last year. They got a pick in the end zone. So let's see what happens here. Okay, Miami's just gonna hand the ball off. I mean, they're gonna get a decent amount of yards. And did Miami just call their last time out? I guess they didn't get the first down, so it's 3rd and goal. Yeah, that's probably the best way to go. They gotta run the ball. You know they gotta get their field goal team out. Miami. Miami, are you gonna kick your field goal? Miami. I don't think they're gonna have time. Are they? No way did no way did they just botch that. That's insane. All right, well, it looks like Florida beats Miami. That's such a anticlimactic way to end the game, but Graham Mertz is the player of the game. So that would be hilarious if that's how Miami loses in real life. All right, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, the final game of the video. Let's see. All right, let's see how the first quarter goes. And Texas A&M goes up to a 7-3 lead at the end of the first quarter. All right, let's see how the second quarter goes. Not much is happening. Oh, Texas A&M scores again. It is 14-3 at the half. Let's see if Notre Dame can make a comeback. Let's see how the third quarter goes. All right, so Notre Dame's able to... Ooh, they tied the game. So Notre Dame got a touchdown, got the 2-point conversion, and then kicked a field goal. So now the game is tied 14-14 in the fourth quarter. So now let's go ahead and watch this thing. All right, so this is the first play of the fourth quarter. Let's see how this goes. Oh my God! Mid-yawn. Notre Dame's gonna take the lead with a pick six. Okay. Editor Tyler here because I forgot to commentate over this, and yeah, they didn't get it. They went 3 and out, so yeah, there you go. Okay, big third down right here. Let's see, can Notre Dame convert? This one practically almost put the game away, so let's see, can Notre Dame convert? Are they gonna run the ball? That is loser mentality, I can tell you that. They really want to lose. Editor Tyler back, and yeah, I was so bored of this game, but you saw that Notre Dame was able to get another pick, and that's basically how this game wraps up. Is Texas A&M cooked? Potentially. Is Notre Dame just that good? We don't know. Yeah, I was so like checked out of this game because it was so boring. But yeah, that's really how the game ends. So yeah. Okay, so as you can see, Georgia did end up winning the first game. I did pick Georgia, so I was correct there, but Florida was able to escape with a win against Miami due to an incredible coaching mistake. I am not surprised at all that Miami would do that. If it would be any team, it would be Miami. So that is hilarious. If that happens in real life, that would just be the greatest thing ever. But Florida does end up winning, so we'll see who ends up winning. Is it going to be College Bowl 25, or is it going to be my pick? And then same, I picked Texas A&M to win, and they completely disappointed me. Notre Dame, like, shut them down. They got a defensive score. I mean, Notre Dame was down 14-3, and they came back and won 21-14. So maybe Notre Dame's back, especially in the tough environment that is Texas A&M. So now it's up to you guys. What do you think? Who do you think are going to win? So you've gotten my picks. You've gotten College Football 25. So let me know what you guys think. The polls will be in the community tab on my channel. So go ahead and vote. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This might be coming out a little bit late, but I hope you guys have a great night. Other than that, it's been Jagnal, and I'll see you guys next time.